Hi, beautiful being. Sense deception. The idea that our senses lie to us is itself a lie. Our senses don't lie to us at all. They're just as they are. Our interpretation of the senses is the lie. The idea that life is out there as a series of separate bodies and separate objects in 3D time and space, that's a big lie. It's just a projection of the rational mind. So just let go of this idea that your senses are lying to you. They're absolutely not. The way to truly awaken is to be within yourself right now, to find your center, which really is just a formless emptiness within you, because you look inside and if you're really honest, you see, well, goodness, there's nothing inside of me. I can imagine that there are organs and blood, etc., but when I let go of that, there's nothing there at all. There's just me. I could just say I'm still here, but I'm not anything. I'm just awareness, the emptiness of awareness. And so we could say that's the subject. That's pure subjectivity. And then pure objectivity is our experience, which for the most part is our sensory experience. And really this is where, as human beings, that having this human experience, we're designed to be in the sensory experience right here, right now. And it's always changing, and that's what confuses the mind, because the mind says, well, okay, this bit of life that I'm looking at right now is not as good as something that I experienced before, and I want to get back to that. Or, it starts just thinking about life as a series of abstractions. It looks at the fluctuations in the visual field, and instead of seeing them as they are, as like waves in the ocean, it starts giving them names. And then, after some time, we sort of acquire just the habit within our subconscious of believing that these fluctuations in our visual and auditory and taste and smell and the touch field, these are separate things. But they're not. They're really not. They're just thoughts. It's like a filter of thought that overlays the actual experience of life right now in the senses. So the pure objectivity, for the most part, is our sensory experience. And of course, as human beings, we have thoughts too, and we have emotions. So we could say that our sensory experience, that's the earthly part of us. But human beings, we're solar system beings. Astrology points to this. Astrology tells us that within the human body, we have all of the planetary energies are distributed throughout the body, and the energy of the sun, the energy of the moon too. So the intelligence of the whole solar system is hardwired into human intelligence, the human experience. And as earthlings, we really want to be here on Earth, don't we? We want to be here, bang, right up now in the senses, because when we're getting too much into reflection, then we're on the moon. It's like we're living on the moon. When we're philosophizing too much, it's like we're on Jupiter. When we're thinking too much, one thought after another, that's like Mercury stuff. When we're trapped in time and industry, that's Saturn. When we're getting angry all the time and wanting to go to war, that's Mars, etc., etc. Okay, so this is very real. It's very real, not as planets and celestial bodies out there in space somewhere. What we see out there is really just a sensory manifestation of what's happening inside us right now. And remember, what we are right now on the inside is formless. It's really empty, so far as the mind is concerned. Each of us are points of awareness in the mind of God. And our rational awareness, our thinking, reasoning awareness, is really useful for thinking about how I'm going to get from A to B, or fixing the car, or something like this. That's where it excels. but it can't go back into subjective awareness. It just can't do that. Subjective awareness is here right now. That's it. It's emptiness. We can call it I. As soon as we start calling it something else and start saying, well, I am the Son of God, or I am this, or I am that, then we're already out there somewhere. Okay? Certainly, we can see the rational sense in this. We could say, well, of course, there is God, the complete unknowable, and somehow out of God becomes this wonderful creation, and these points of awareness which each of us are. And so we could say, well, I, as a point of awareness, am a son, either S-O-N or S-U-N, or you could say daughter of God. But it's just a mental concept. We don't want to get too much into that. That's, the whole thing of religion and that side of spirituality. We need to get over that really quick and realize that all of that stuff is just the mind trying to make sense of things. And, you get in there and you just get trapped, absolutely trapped. And maybe you start believing it and people start believing it too, and then all the problems start. Okay? So we don't need any of that stuff. To be as we are right now, in sense. So remember, our sensory experience, it's true. It's as it is right now. There's no lie to it. But the lie comes when we start interpreting our senses and saying, well, the here in my brain, it only has the ability to perceive certain amounts of things, and there's so many other things going on, so therefore my senses are lying to me. Not at all. Not at all. Things are always changing, and it may well be that as we start to awaken more, who knows, maybe we start to become aware of things that we could say were always here, but our brains didn't have the capacity to see. But that doesn't mean that our senses are lying to us. Absolutely not. Our senses are really our pure earthly experience. So, it's very, very important that we just completely give ourselves as the awareness that we are as the subjective awareness that we are, that we give ourselves completely to our objective experience. And then subject and object, they kind of resolve each other, ka-chung, and there's just awareness experience. Okay, so I'll see you in the next one. It's really great if you can leave a comment. It's so nice to connect with awakening people, to subscribe, to like this video, and thank you.